if I die, I said, don't fly me to plane there. I said, I'm just going to get cremated here. They said, where do you want me to put your ashes? I said, flush them down the toilet bowl for all I care.
Bring me back to New York.
I don't know where I'm going.
Put me back to New York gutter.
Bothering me any more than I was already.
Well, if he gets flushed here in Miami, he'll come out of here in the Bay anyway. Considering all the.
You see this putz here? That guy, I went to his Faith and Freedom Coalition conference one day, and because of his Hispanic, he pretended not to hear me. I go, you don't do that to Mac on the rock.
American.
I grabbed him by the forearms and I pulled him towards my face like that. I go, would you like to call security and see who comes out of here first? Who gets thrown out of here first?
This really happened.
It really happened with that Ralph Freed freak. I promised him at a Miami Dolphin game, in a concession line, getting popcorn. He was down and out. He ran for Lieutenant Governor of Georgia before he founded the Faith and Freedom Coalition. And I kind of like pat him on the back and say, hey man, you did good things, man. I know you didn't win your election. I think people turned on you, but you're going to rise up again because you're a man of wisdom and you're a fine conservative and you're a fine man of faith. And if you rise up, by all means, please put me on your mailing list and I'll attend whatever you get going. And I kept my word. I went up to Washington, D.C., went to go see Marco Rubiousness, and I went to this Faith and Freedom Coalition where Marco spoke for the luncheon. But I realized that some of the things that they said about him were turning out to be true because I tried to engage him like 3 times on a Friday night, Saturday morning. But after the luncheon, when Marco in the general vicinity of the lobby area there, because he was greeting people after he spoke, the Tea Party thing was really hot back then, you know, it was like, we were like the bomb. And the Tea Parties were attending these Faith and Freedom conferences because part of the Tea Party is being taxed enough already. But the truth is, the people that I saw, I was one of the few Hispanics there. What he didn't like about me was back then I didn't have LASIK. And I had a pair of glasses with Mame mango-colored lenses for interior glasses. They weren't sunglasses. I just looked too Miami Vice, too cool, too Miami for him.
That yellow tint?
Yeah.
Weren't you wearing those with the $7 million thing? I saw you when you were smoking the cigar, you were wearing them.
Well, if you saw me in
the thing this is smoking that gigantic cigar, you had those glasses on.
Oh, when the day Fidel died?
This one.
No. He just didn't like me because of just the appearance. And but then Marco gave his speech at lunchtime.
This one.
No. Those are sunglasses.
Oh.
No, that's just
so
recent. That was this weekend. So then when he saw that Marco had engaged me and knew me by first name and, you know, the hug and the whole thing, he got even more outraged because now whatever perception he had of me from Friday and that morning
was gone.
Now he realized, he has to address me now because I'm going to keep on coming after him. Now I'm legit, you know what I mean? Because I knew the senator that he chose as keynote speaker for his conference. So he looks right at me, comes within this same distance you and I are. He looks right at me, and I said, I go, Mr. Reed, I want you to know I kept my word from the Dolphin game. He looked right at me and walked right past me. And before
that's why you can't trust politicians.
It has nothing to do with trust. It has nothing to do with trust.
And he calls it faith. And
it has nothing to do with it.
If he had a
it
little
has nothing to do with
faith,
trust. There you go with trust.
Reckon.
That's grade school stuff. What does trust have to do with it? Has to do with him having to hear me out. Whether he does anything with what I say, regardless, who cares?
That's why he believes he's up here
and
that you're down
there.
It
doesn't really matter what he believes. It only matters what I believe. It doesn't matter what he believes. It doesn't matter what Ted Cruz believes. It doesn't matter what Marco Rubio believes. It only matters what I believe and whether I'm going to win or not. That's the only way to raise children. That's the only way to raise a marriage. And if the woman doesn't want to win, man, divorce. And if a woman...
Go buy money and go buy house.
If you don't want to win, and win means win. Win the war against the unfairness in life, which is a given. It'll never be. Has there ever been peace? Has there ever been a nation without the majority of them under tyranny? Never. Has there ever been a planet without starvation? No. Or slavery? No. or crime or punishment. No. Never, ever, ever, ever. So a liberal who wants peace on earth is completely full of shit. Who wants to lose? Wants to lose. Fears. This is the number one line I can possibly give you. Never fear the change you seek. And there's so many ways to self-sabotage yourself by just the way you think.
So that's
Okay?
basics, okay? It's
You
not
know what I
wrong.
mean? Like when you see LeBron down by 20 points or whatever, what is he thinking? Win.
Win-win.
Wade. Dwayne Wade, man, we were down 3-0 against the Dallas Mavericks, and Wade proceeded for 4 straight games to score more than 30 points to win the NBA championship. Did he ever think about losing in those 4 games? Never. So in
This
politics, you go.
reminds
In the politics, I go. I'm not going to get anything done with Ralph Reed. I kept my word to him, though, right? And I can tell his story now. And every time I see
He should
him,
feel humiliated and he
No,
should
I don't
consider
care how he
that
feels.
his face.
I could care
You
less how
kept
he.
your freedom, but he has no faith.
It doesn't matter.
You lost faith in him, obviously, because he doesn't.
I won't even say it was my emphasis. I'm just saying that he cannot succeed in anywhere I am in. In other words, for the moment that he's around me, he's failing big time. Why? Because I will make sure that he gets absolutely nothing done while I'm in his presence. I'll go up to every conversation he has. Hey, you know this guy? This guy in 2013, I'll tell him right to his face. This guy in 2013, because I was brown and because I had rose-colored glass, he wouldn't even talk to me. And I believe in the same God he does. You believe a word he says, then you believe in the same God he has, not the God I have. Just want you to know that. And I'll do that to anybody. And I do that here all the time. So you get this. Because I come through the door. Oh, is he going to call me out? Is he going to call me out? And you're free to call me out. People call me out all the time.
Don't bother you.
Huh?
You're a true politician. It wouldn't bother you. It's like Trump. Same thing. You don't care. But this reminds me of a very, very famous saying. There's only 2 tragedies in life. Getting what you want and not getting what you want.
I like that. I like that very much.
Actually, it's the opposite way around. There's only 2 tragedies of life. Not getting what you want and getting it.
That's right. I believe that is true. How many people win the lottery and then their life goes to
And they're broke. Not only broke, they're in more trouble than they were in before.
Yes.
Because now, instead of owning
Unrealistic
thousands of
expectations.
that, they own millions.
Yeah, because your mind is not your friend.
Yeah.
If it were your friend, you'd have more answers than questions. That's why
You know-
I tell everybody that is here listening out there, take it for whatever it is. I have no idea if people even listen to me, but I say it all the time. And the commands came from above. Came out of a coma. Grab 10 mantras that you believe in. Write them down in the order in which you assume they are based on your weaknesses to your strengths. Kanye West saying, hey, that was a choice. Slavery was a choice. That's what he said right there. And he couldn't have possibly meant that to slaves back in colonial.
I don't like this guy.
Yeah, so there you go. Same thing that you did with Ted Cruz. I don't like this guy. It's not about
No,
a
but him,
feeling.
I don't like him.
Yeah, but you write off what he's saying at this moment in
I don't
time.
even listen to
I've
him.
never listened to his
Ever
music.
since
Look,
he
he's got all
interrupted-
these people going nuts. Everybody wants to have an opinion about what he said. That makes
Well,
him a
that's why I
genius.
don't pay attention to
That's
him.
his
I have no-
genius. He was
When
coming out
did
with.
that to Taylor Swift. That just goes to show you he wanted attention, wanted to build.
Yes, and guess what?
And it worked.
And he sold like $1 million more
I know,
albums.
but-
Same with now. He's
I
cranking. And
know.
notice how he already wrote like 5 songs before he
And
started.
you know why? Because
praising
the public,
Trump.
The public's a bunch of suckers.
Yes.
That they would buy anything by that guy after.
That's
they did
my
that.
point.
That's
And don't think
correct.
for a moment a politician owes the people anything, because we elect them.
And then
and
you have the other people that
and
made one mistake and end up ruining their careers.
Yes, the guy, one of the campaign guys for Trump is saying, "Hey man, I got nothing in skin in this game. I just work for the Trump administration. I spent $150,000 just defending myself because of the Mueller probe. I play such a small part in the Trump campaign. I just analyze data and tell the candidate, hey, in this state, this is going on. These issues are important. That's all I did. I spent 5 different times I've had to come to Washington, D.C. under the guise of the FBI and spent 150 grand just because I accepted a job much less than 150 grand to be Trump's campaign advisor, one of many. And they're just throwing us to the muck. They have nothing on us. All we did was win, and all these people do is come after.
You want to hear something? My brother was the bailiff for the Supreme Court in New York.
Oh my God, that must
My
have been
older brother.
fascinating.
Fascinating. His stories. Well, he passed away, but
This is your oldest brother?
he was a year older than me. Me and him were in the same crib when we were kids. I used to get all his clothes handed down. That's the way it was back then.
Yes.
But he said to me, you know, he told me all the famous people that he met. You know, Sean Connery's son, who is an art dealer for these $100 million paintings.
Nice.
He was in court because he rented an apartment from somebody in New York, and there was a big thing going on. He said he was the nicest guy I ever met. He said, but one day my doctor
Really?
was in the courtroom. He goes, and I go over to my doctor, and I said, what are you doing here?